All right, Cowboy, we're going to do something a little fun here.
Let's have fun.
So, you hold the record for the most fights combined, UFC, WEC. Do you know what that number is?
No idea.
48.
Got 48 Zuffa fights.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah.
Too bad this wasn't 50.
I know, right? Well,
49's still a cool number.
You're getting close.
You're getting close.
You're getting close to 50.
So when I talk to all these kids about now you made it here, make an impression, 50 of them under the Zuffa banner. That's
48 is
holla.
That's insane, dude. That's a lot of fights. That's a lot of years. That's busy years.
Oh yeah. Is the gray here yet? No.
Nah, dude, it looks good. Well, 48 though, like you probably do take a lot of pride in that, huh?
Yeah, I had no idea that was the number, to be honest with you, but it's cool to be the old dog. I remember walking to Jackson's my first days and seeing GSP and Rashad and Nate Marquardt and Keith, and like, wow, you guys fight in the UFC, like that's so cool. Like one day I'm gonna be there. One day I'm gonna be where you're at. And now it's cool to be that guy and have the younger crowd come up like, you're Cowboy.
Yeah.
And so yeah, there's a lot of pride, and it's cool.
It's like everybody goes through this in life. Like, just sometimes you wish you could restart it and like relive it all over again.
No.
Or, yeah.
No. Wouldn't restart it. Wouldn't relive it. It's been one hell of a ride.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I think the ups and the downs and the downs and the downs in this last 2 years, the downs have made who I am now, you know? And I don't think changing any of that. Like that Conor McGregor fight, I learned so much about myself. You know what I mean? Like that was the highest of highs. The moment that if I was ever going to do something, that would have been the moment to do it. And I failed. And so waking up every day and understanding that, it's really good for me. You know what I mean? It took the knees out of me. You're not a little arrogant prick, Cowboy. Get back to ground. Be the good man your grandma told you to be. You know what I mean? And like I said, that I wouldn't redo any of it. I wouldn't take anything back. I wouldn't even want to be able to look into the future like Saturday night. If I could predict and see what's going to happen, would I change anything? And the answer to that would be no. I would just keep life going.
You just described it, going through the highs and the lows, and then you said the lows of the last few years. Have they been tough these last few years? Like,
they've only been tough because I'm not putting in the effort. I'm just going through the motions.
Why?
And, I don't know. I talked about this in the other interview there. I see all these young kids coming to UFC and they struggle and they want to be here so bad. I want to be in the UFC. I want to be a UFC fighter. I do whatever it takes to be a UFC fighter. And then I get to the UFC and then I pull back the reins. I'm here. I made it. And you see him and that was me. Like I think the COVID thing. I just wasn't excited to train, and COVID didn't have anything to do with it. What I'm doing right now is feeding you a bunch of give you excuses of why I sucked, but I just didn't want to be there.
I mean, I remember and you're right.
I just didn't want to be there. I worked so hard to get here, and then I'm standing there, and I just didn't want to be there. I couldn't say it any clearer than that. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't care, which is crazy. I worked my whole life to become who I am, and I worked my whole life to be a UFC fighter and stand here in front of hundreds of thousands of people and fight. And on Conor McGregor fight, the biggest eyes, millions watching, my moment, and I didn't want to be there. I cannot answer that any clearer than that. It was such a strange feeling. When I was in the back, man, I don't even want to go out there. I don't want to go. I don't want to be. So when Conor gave me a door, I took it.
Huh.
Yeah, that was my inner, right? Took the door. Let's go. Let's get out of here. It's that easy. It's that easy in a fight to get out. And I took it. And I have to live with that every day. And the last couple of years of my life, I just didn't want to be there.
You think, like, I remember Urias used to say this, like, you just get so used to it, you just don't feel the excitement in the locker room anymore. Like, if you and Conor were to go fight in a parking lot with nobody watching, like, is it different? Is that, do you get a different Cowboy there?
I don't know. I don't know how to answer that correctly. You know, I imagine if he was talking beefed up, maybe if it was a road rage incident or something, you know.
Yeah.
But so I took some time off after the last fight, a year, and I didn't know. I remember talking to you after that fight, and you were throwing retirement, and I was mad at you. Like, don't ask me that. Ask me that stupid question for. I just got out of a fight. Of course, my mind's thinking that. Like, I was pissed at you, and you read it, you got it, and you're like, all right, thanks, Cowboy. And months went by. Man, maybe he's right. Maybe I should retire. Maybe I'm not hungry for this anymore. And then months went by, no training, no nothing, just living my life. And one day I woke up like, okay, it's time. Go fight again. It's weird. I don't know what sparked it, what did. I called my coach and said, let's fight. Let's go. Went out to the UFC, started training. And it's for legacy, man. You know, it's for fun now. Enjoy it. And I don't know. But the answer is I want to be here. This is where I want to end. This is what I want to do. There's no everyone talks about, oh, we're not getting paid enough. I want to go to this other organization. Man, I work so hard to be here in the UFC. This is where I'm staying. The day I'm done, this is where I'll end, if that makes sense to you, you know? So, yeah, man, I want to be here. I'm looking forward to this fight. I did everything. Moved to the UFC, literally moved there, put my RV in the parking lot, and we trained hard, brought the weight down, and put in all the work.
Does it feel a lot different? Because, you know, the BMF is legendary. You know, everybody knows about the BMF, but in terms of getting you prepared for a fight, do you feel different, like having left the BMF and living in the parking lot of the UFC?
Yes, I did, because I turned my training over to my coach's hands and let them dictate what I need to do, instead of me saying, I got to go do this fence, or I got to go tend to the horses. You know, I just stepped away, changed it up, and put a little shuffle in it.
I think it was the Mike Perry fight, right? Where you were talking about how I want to be around in the sport long enough until my son gets old enough that, like,
this is it.
As I'm walking out, I'm pointing at him, he's pointing back at me, he understands what's going on. He knows. He knows.
This is it. This is that moment. That moment you talk about Saturday night. When I come out of that tunnel, I can't wait.
Where's he going to be?
Standing right there at that barrier.
Yeah.
Waiting.
And he, like, you guys have talked about it?
No, not really. No. He still doesn't know what I do. He has no idea.
Really?
Yeah, you don't. Oh, you're going to Vegas to go train? Okay, Dad. Like, he doesn't understand. Like, he doesn't know. I just can't wait. Friday, he'll get an idea at the weigh-ins. Like, what the hell is this? But Saturday, when that place erupts and I come out of that tunnel, oh, dude, you want to talk about, I'll probably be bawling. Yeah, they're going to, like, so that'll probably happen. And then I'll bring him in, and I'll get another iconic picture holding my boys.
Yep.
And who knows?
I got to say, you know, seeing a fighter cry on their way to the octagon, that can be a good sign or a really bad sign.
Yeah, unfortunately for this time, it'll be a very good sign, I think. I think me crying, that'll summon some inner for sure. And, yeah, you know, having a kid's wild. I remember when I fought RDA in this grappling thing I just did with him. It was like an arm bar or a jiu-jitsu competition. And RDA tapped, and then he said he didn't tap. And so we went back, and I called my son, and he was like, I watched it, Dad. It was so cool. And then they were saying he didn't tap. So I said, well, let's do it again. And they were like, you want to do it again? I was like, yeah, of course. I don't ever want to win like that. And I said, okay, Bubba, I'm going back out. I got to do it again. He's like, what do you mean? I said, I'm going to fight again. And he goes, okay, win. You got it. I remember walking out there. It didn't matter. RDA had me started an arm bar because we started an hour and that overtime. He had my arm so flexed, like, I was like, there's no way. Like, and that's so crazy to think. You got to find that mentality. Now, I stand here today and tell you I'm going to have that on Saturday, but who knows what Cowboy shows up. I hate this sport for that reason, because Saturday, is that the day where I'm like, I don't want to be here? Or is it like, yeah, no way, no matter what he does, Dacky, kill me. And that's what I'm hoping walking out telling him, I see him, you see me cry? Ha! Joe, it don't matter what you do, you better bring a gun in there because I'm coming for your soul. And, yeah.
Are you going to see him like during the day leading up to the fight?
Yeah, they'll probably be around here. They're staying at the hotel. They get in tomorrow.
Yeah.
But it's not the same thing as here as coming out of that tunnel.
Yeah.
that's going to be it.
You getting your hand raised on Saturday with your son there after not getting a win for 3 years, well, you think that'll be the best moment of your career?
It will, 1,000%. Yeah, 1,000%. That'll be Saturday night, my hand raised, both my boys on my hips. Yeah, that'll be it. That'll be the reason when I tell the younger kid 10 years ago, that's the moment you want right there.
Yep. That's cool, man. We've talked before a lot of these fights, man, and I'm fired up to see this one.
So
Best of luck.
am I.
Enjoy the week.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.